Hey, hello and welcome to a new game. Today we are going to be playing through some Banished. Banished is a bit of an older game now, but it's not too old. It is a survival city builder. So you have to survive the wastes, wilderness, and all of that good stuff, while also building a city full of people and making sure y'all don't die horribly. So it's kind of fun. I really like this game, and I've had a lot of time to play it. I've put a bunch of hours into this game. I'm just doing a quick search here around, but let's get back and start this show on the road. So we start off with a storage barn. Looks like we have a bunch of eggs and rice, some tools, and some coats. Now, I am playing with some mods here. I am playing with the Mega Mod in specific. Now, this holds a whole bunch of other mods. So you can see inside this one mod, it contains all of the mods listed under Black Liquid, all of them under Red Ketchup, all of the EMBX61s, all of the others, the Discrepancy, and the Kid 1293. Now, basically what this does is it just expands the game into more than what it is. More than what it starts out as. And gives you a bunch of other options. As you can see here, there is a bunch of options. And in the main game, there wouldn't. It'd be like wooden house, stone house, and I think that's it. There might be like one other house or something. Plus there wouldn't be like a whole bunch of different types of roads or storage or town stuff, because the base game is kind of limited, which I find disappointing because it has such good potential to be more, and I'm glad that the modding community stepped up and took care of that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We need to put down a few houses here. We have stone, logs, iron, and firewood. Now, firewood is important because you got to heat your houses through the winter, and it will kill people if you don't do that. This game has no chill about that. So, we have to kind of figure out what we want to do. Do we want wood house? I kind of want log cabins. It's basically the same as a wood house. A little bit more pricey, but it offers better comfort. So, what I like to do first is get some roads set up here. So let's go ahead and put in a dirt road across here. We'll set up a kind of a town square area here in the center. It's kind of where we'll put stuff. We can go ahead and expand this out a little bit. And then I think we can put, what do we got, like 10 people? I think it'll probably be good if we put like 6 houses will probably be enough to get us started because we got 11 children. They will want to grow up and move out on their own. So I think 6 houses will get us started for right now. We're also going to have to go ahead and let's see, where is it at? Here it is. I want to go ahead and actually, let's just go ahead and harvest all of this stuff right here. There we go. And we can go ahead and put down, where is it hiding? Not a storage barn. A cellar. Stockpile. Here's what we're looking for. There. Because this will end up getting bigger than what you expect to start off with. Let's see, raw food gathering. We're gonna need a hunter's cabin. Somewhere out here, probably. Now, the hunter's cabin and like the gatherer's hut and apothecary and whatnot, they only work inside of forested areas. So if you put like a hunter's cabin right here, it wouldn't really work very well because it's all a bunch of cleared land. So part of the calculus of this game, so to speak, is figuring out where to put things as much as like how much things to put down. So I do think we're going to go ahead and continue this dirt road out here. This is something I do pretty often when it comes to this stuff. Is put it pretty far out like this. Just because I like it kind of outside of the bounds, as it were. Fishing dock. There we go. And this will take the people, it can take them kind of a long time to get this all sort of set up, so let's go ahead and give it a 5x time acceleration here, and we can watch our peeps work. But yeah, you can see here we started in like just at the end of winter, so the trees just got green. So those trees that were all craggly and rotten looking, or like dead, have all sprung back to life because, well, they weren't dead. This is a bunch of iron, and that's stone. So that's good. Looks like we'll have which is good because this is a pretty flat land, so we wouldn't exactly... We have a little hill here. We could put some mines there. But yeah, it's nice to see that there's a lot of resources around to gather. I am going to appreciate that. And this area we're clearing out here, this is where I'm going to put the start of some of our farm. Because we've got crops here. We've got animal pens. We don't have any... we don't have any of the... What is the thing I'm looking for? What are the words I'm trying to say? We don't have any of the animals yet. I haven't seen the animals in here. I haven't seen any animals, like, around. So, we're gonna have to wait on that here. And I do want that there, just as a guide. Like the outer limit of this particular part of the city. So, and then we're going to go in here and do that crop field here. Whoa. Crop field, not plantation. Please and thank you. Now, I personally like doing 10 by 10. Oh, bollocks. How do I destroy things? There we go. I like 10 by 10. I think it works out pretty well. Oh, we've got soybeans. That one's got to get removed. Okay. And you can see here we can apply people to be farmers. Now, we don't have any farmers. We just have a bunch of laborers. So we do have to go ahead and, where is that? Move citizens working. Or what is it called again? And I apologize if you guys are yelling at me. I'm sure that you guys spotted it already. But this is always an issue that I have. Because it's not like farmer. Like, I wish it was just right there as farmer, but it's not. And there is a lot of things that you can have. So it is, it's really good. There it is. Farmer's up here at the beginning. Of course it is. So we got 2 of those. We'll put 2 of those into builders. So now we got 2 guys doing building, 2 people doing farming. And this one will be strawberries. Let's make that 3 farmers. Strawberries and soybeans. All right. And we got 2 people doing building, so the houses will get built, the fishing dock will get built, as will our gatherer's hut and hunting cabin. Now, probably not this year, but probably next year, I'm gonna have to refine resources. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for 1 second. Next year, we're gonna probably set up an area where there's a forester, someone who plants trees, and just allow them to have a sustainable harvest set up. I think it's very important to have a sustainable harvest, especially starting out, because if you don't, you end up with this massive problem of not having any trees around, and your guys have to run super far away in order to do anything. So, what do you mean you're hungry? There's no food. Oops. So you can see that they're hungry, and that's because we don't have a hunter up yet. But it'll get there. Why is our farmers not doing stuff? Flax, herbs, reeds, hide coat. Oh, I lost my professions tab. 1 second. There we go. Let's see. We got our farmers going, but I don't see anybody doing farming. There we go. Maybe that'll get them going. Let's see. Hunting cabin's almost done, so let's get a couple of hunters. As soon as that's done, we'll get a hunter going, and gatherer going as well. But yeah, you can see we've already kind of burned through almost all our firewood. So it's real important to get a woodcutter up and running. Because if you don't, well, people just don't have firewood and they kind of freeze to death. It's not great. Alright, so we got hunting. Let's go ahead and get all 3 people hunting. Oh, I hate it when I do that. So, there is one thing that I wish was a little bit easier in Banished, which is I wish the UI wasn't as modular, because you can drag everything wherever you want it. I just have it set up in the way that I personally prefer. So. Balls, we're into late autumn already. This could be a very bad winter, guys. This could be a very bad winter. Oh, it snows quick. Let's hope that hunter does a good job. Oh, we got a gatherer as well, so let's go ahead and get a couple of those guys. And we'll just do one gatherer. Because we do need stuff. So also, something that you may have noticed, besides the fact I keep turning it off, laborers. Laborers just do the bulk of, like, stuff. So they move stuff from place to place. They're the ones who haul all of the resources over to an area, that sort of stuff. It's pretty important to keep laborers around, because if you don't, well, you could just be doing something and all of a sudden you have no resources anywhere and everyone's mad at you. So, make sure to keep that in mind. Plus, we also need to be able to do fishing. Fish, 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 fish. And laborers will do whatever is available as far as, like, building goes, so you don't have to have builders. It just means that there are dedicated people to building. Actually, I might need one dedicated builder. At least until the woodcutter is complete. It is important that we get that woodcutter up and running because we already have people who don't have heat. That ain't great. Exactly have a whole lot of stored food. We actually have almost none. Whatever food we get is automatically put into a house by a laborer, it looks like. So there's a pretty high demand for food right now. Which makes sense, because, you know, it's the middle of winter, you know. Oops. We're gonna need a, what is it, woodcutter? Yeah. And we'll go ahead and drop that builder off, because we're done building. So. But looks like we're starting to gather some food up. Looks like we had some venison in there. I can see people getting fish built up over there, which is good. Looks like we're starting to pull into spring again. So, maybe it'll be a little bit longer before we do any of that forestry stuff, because we still got a lot of land to clear as far as, like, growing the village. Because once you start getting some more people, the food requirements go up even higher. Boom, bada bing. Takes a little bit to get going. Ah! Looks like they're actually working the crops this time, which is good. Please tell me you're working the crop? No, you're playing. You're working. Hell yeah. Something I do need to think about, though, is tool making. Now, one of the mods I have on is a mod that lets me make tools out of stone and wood, which is incredibly important because you only get like 25 iron tools to start with, and iron working itself and the tool process can be a nightmare if you're not careful. So, I like having the option to make stone and wood tools as like a stopgap measure. Yeah, it's not so great, but it kind of models the more realistic question mark style of like building a new city up. So, but yeah, you can see we're starting to get some plants growing over here, which is good. Looks like we just missed the window for last year, so good to see we're going to be getting some actual stuff built up. Alright, and the woodcutter is working. We want a 600 fuel limit, I think. And I'm going to go ahead and... where is it? Stockpile? Fuel stockpile. Right here in the center of town. It's going to be only for firewood. Good stuff. A very wet place we got here. That's okay. Wet's not bad. Looks like we had another child born. I forgot to put this in, so now we have our event log, so we can keep track of what's going on. Yeah, we have a brand new kid that was born late last year, and another kid, and another kid. Alright. Looks like we also had 2 people grow up into laborers, which is perfect. Go ahead and put one of them into a builder. Because we're going to be building stuff, so kind of important, right? There we go. Gotta collect all that crap. What? Stacks burner. Bundling shed. Probably a good idea to also go ahead and build there, apparently. Build a couple of new homes. All these people growing up, we want room to expand. Stop. Don't come back. There we go. Soybeans are doing good. It's real nice. Looks like we've got just a bare minimum of food, which is fish. Fishing is really useful, especially early on for food. Just like one of those super important things that I used to forget a lot, honestly, and it was much to my detriment. Much to my detriment, indeed. Where was the gatherer? No. Actually, speaking of gathering, I should probably look for... where is it? herbalist. This is another one of those places you really want to make sure you go in early on. Yeah, so we got 16 people. Goes up pretty quick. Let's get 2 people building. Yeah, but this game is not necessarily anything to look at as far as like graphics goes. Like, it's pretty, but it's not super detailed. But it is really satisfying to overcome all the challenges you'll face as you go through. So I'll go ahead and let's see what the town looks like in a couple of years, shall we? got some starvation happening. And this is one of those things that can creep up on you, and it crept up on me. I wasn't paying attention to my food. With my huge expansion of people, I am now having a mass die-off because I wasn't paying attention. We've got some food here, gonna be harvested. I think I'm just gonna tell them to harvest the soybeans right now. I guess that's just gonna happen because we need the food. You can see I started to build another fishing dock over here to help bring in some more stuff. We're building out over here because I keep running out of logs, which is why there's these guys out here. They're going. I was kind of hoping to come back in about another year, but I mean, all of our students are dying of starvation, so I kind of had to come by and say something about this because, oh boy, yeah, it's not great. You can see they're starting to pick up the fields here, which is important. It's good stuff. You bring this all back, and it just gets sucked up instantly and distributed. This winter is probably going to be pretty rough for us, honestly, just because there's not going to be anything. Looks like we only have one tool left, but I can't make any more because we don't have any more stone and wood. Stone. We don't have any more stone. Which I wonder if I can fix that by increasing the amount of stone cutters. There we go. See if we can get some more stone going. Well, we got no food, which sucks. And just gonna slam a bunch of people into fishing. Alright, guys. Fish your way to freedom. We're not even in the winter yet. All of our food from our crops are gone. Great. Absolutely great. Farmers. And more everybody. Hopefully we can get through the winter without killing most of our people. I am not what you would call optimistic about that. And I should have known better. I should have known that I couldn't have plopped down, what is this? 4, 8, 12 houses that each can hold 6 people without issue. Yeah, I mean, come on. One of these ones I clicked on the other day was, oh. Can't do that. One of the things I noticed while I was looking at these earlier is we had like a 6-year-old kid living by himself, which was interesting. Yeah, then you get guys like this who are like taking up a whole house to themselves because she's 62 and just lives alone. Oh man, we lost 14 people or 13 people that winter. 15. Big oof. Big goddamn oof. Clearly I need to up this till I think 150 will be fine. Got a good amount of stone left. We are going to be soybeans. And we're going to get another one of them and drop that out. Alright. We have some food left. People just need to not be dumb about it. And I need to stop hitting that button. Now, part of this is because I'm going at 10x speed, which is max speed for this game, and that's pretty much just because I'm being impatient and wanting to get through stuff quickly. Keep it interesting for all y'all. Yep, this is where we get into problems. We're having that starvation issue. And we're starting to run out of people to replace the people we've lost. It's not great. Not great at all. But looks like we're getting some good crops going this year. So hopefully we'll get, oh god, stonecutters are dying. Yeah, I know. Oh god, so many people are dying. We've maxed out our we've maxed out our cemetery in one season. Well, at least we're fucking harvesting food now. Or not. Just as soon as we start harvesting food, everybody starts dying. Gotta love it. Gotta order the pickup early on all these farms. Because if I don't, I fear that we won't have anybody. So yeah, this is one of the problems you run into when you try to expand. If you're not careful about it, you'll lose a whole bunch of people. We're gonna have a ton of food once this is all harvested, though. Assuming we can get it all harvested, it doesn't rot in the fields. Let's see. Forester. Well, we only have one forester left, so that's great. One herbalist, 8 fishermen, 1 blacksmith. Everybody's on the essential jobs. I suppose I could kill a teacher, but I think teachers are extremely important because they make your children that grow up into adults way more productive if they have an education. Go figure. Who knew that a game could model reality? Yeah, look at all this food we have out in the fields, and it's just going to go to rot. It's all going to disappear soon because we can't haul it back fast enough. Yep, see, there it goes. Come on, kids. Just haul it. Do I need to give a laborer out? Just to move some berries and shit. Yeah, that's kind of what I had to do. Well, we were almost at a population of 50, and now we're down to 27. Adults, of course. I'm not talking about kids. I don't count the children, because it's, I mean, you can if you need to, but it's not exactly something I feel super compelled to do, in all honesty. Well, hopefully we can make it through this winter with less death. Yeah, it looks like we're going to. So, that's the danger of Banished, is expansion. It's incredibly necessary because as you realize you need more jobs to be done, you gotta have more people to do them. But as soon as you start expanding too rapidly, well, You pay the price in a death wave. Which is all sorts of fun. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll pick this back up. The adventure of Fakerton is only in its first decade. I want to build this into a glistening metropolis, or at least a pretty large city. I haven't seen a trader come by, though, and that's weird. I'm hoping that there is one. So normally there'll be a guy in a boat who comes by once or twice a year. But yeah, as I said, I haven't seen him. And that is a bit worrying, so I may have to end up, like, building some sort of shipyard out here and try and do my own trade. I think that's something I can do through the mods. But yeah. Anyways, I will catch you guys later. Toodles.